I'm gonna have a cooler with me. It'll be all iced up.
It's not a real dairy product.
It's like a limb.
Yeah.
He's
I
transporting
don't think
a
you.
limb.
Yeah. I don't think you'll. If you're going into it thinking like this is going to be cheesy, you just have. You can't do that. You got to go into it thinking
Why
like
would
this
you?
is
Why would you think
this is
that?
cheese-like topping.
Yeah, cheese like.
I've heard enough
Yeah.
horror stories of Provel cheese that I've heard nothing
Well,
but bad things about it.
Listen,
Just
I think
avoid
that
it.
you guys should taste it. We should cook one of these things up, taste it.
and each one of you is gonna 1985 pray for death after this. Welcome back to Rabbit Troop Sucks. We talk more about more than just films. Sometimes it's cheese talk and
Whatever Provel is.
Have you ever had the cheese touch?
things you shouldn't have.
Is there a movie that features Provel pizza that we can
Oh,
discuss?
you haven't seen Provel the movie?
Provel for death.
It's directed by Jerry Seinfeld.
Well, welcome back to Rabbit Troop Sucks. We are a podcast about obscure, forgotten about, and often overlooked films. This includes often overlooked cheese-like toppings that you should avoid putting on what would normally be just a perfectly good pizza. But today, we're going to be looking at Pray for Death, 1985. And as always, I am Paul, and next to me is Mike.
Oh, hi.
There is Lamar.
There is.
There's Jeremy and his Provel.
Yes.
And there is Colin.
Hey,
I wasn't expecting that. That was...
it's a ninja movie.
Yeah, I love it. And that's going to bring me to the plot. After a peace-loving Japanese immigrant and his family become victims of a crime syndicate, a master ninja emerges. 40th anniversary, Pray for Death.
I like how the entire synopsis only happens in the last 15 minutes of this movie.
That is correct.
That's true.
I don't even know if I'd go with crime syndicate. I'd go with like...
Some guy.
Yeah, man. There was a real inconsistency in the dress code for the bad guys. I
Well-
just want to make note of that.
Well, before we get into all things, we get, unfortunately, now deceased director Gordon Hessler. Gordon Hessler did direct this. He also did... Oh, no, it's the writer that I'm going to get to. The director did die in 2014 at the age of 88. Two movies that were most notable that I saw was... at least one I could read my handwriting. The Girl in the Swing, 1988. But the writer, James Booth, sorry, I knew someone of note was like kind of in the cast and putting this movie together. James Booth also passed away 2005 at 77. He is the writer of an American Ninja Annihilation, so American Ninja 4 and American Ninja 2.
He's also in those movies, I believe.
That is correct. So this guy is not only writing ninja films, he makes appearances in ninja films, and he plays, what is it, Limehouse?
Limehouse.
He plays Limehouse, like the main bad in this movie. So this guy's like writing ninja films, starring in ninja films, like that's pretty dope.
Yes.
I
He
like
could
ninja
never
films.
become a ninja, so he's gone the alternate route. Just
He loves
Right,
getting
you're
his
right
ass
about them.
kicked by ninjas so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a part
Well-
of the collection of... We've been recently doing movies where directors have been putting themselves in them. We have a collection of movies like that. I can't recall the ones that we did recently, but there's been quite a few.
People want to be in movies.
Also, let's talk about the lead. Akira Sato is Sho Kasugi. This dude's in all up some ninja movies. One, let's talk about, he's in Blind Fury, which I would love to do at any point in time. Blind Fury.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. He is also in Enter the Ninja 81 and Ninja Assassin 2009. So there's other movies listed too. Like this guy is like clearly beloved in the ninja category, which I kind
Has
of
he
love.
ever been anything but a ninja?
I didn't look that deep into it, but like I didn't need to look further.
Maybe he is a ninja, man.
Thank God.
Someone's
Ninja
gotta
Man.
be.
Yeah, there's always been like this thing about Sho Kasugi movies. I've never seen one, honestly, until today, I think.
Not even Enter the Ninja at some point.
No, I don't think so.
When I was a kid, I saw it. I haven't seen it in like clearly ages.
But I'm glad that I made this. Like, I just keep hearing the name Sho Kasugi, but I never sat down and watched a movie of his until today. And
How did it make you feel?
I feel Sho and I feel Kasugi.
I don't fully know what that means.
I
You
got
just
the
got double whammy.
I got the experience finally of seeing one of these movies.
But listeners, Lamar is only wearing a robe at this point in time. So
and the
Is
robe
it silk?
The robe is open.
Yeah.
And it's silk, just like the
karate outfits?
Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bizarre move, but
Yeah.
I liked it.
Well, I mean, it's not just silk ninja garb. Sometimes you just put on a sweet leather jacket and you just beat the shit out of people. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna be kind of open with this movie. So this is the 40th anniversary. We're looking at a 1985 film. Jeremy, you said you have seen this. Now watching it, have you seen it?
I have seen this movie, but the last time that I saw it, I rented it from a Deerberg's grocery
Hell
store.
yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So it was a while ago.
Yeah, so decades. Yeah, I had not seen this movie. If I saw this movie in any shape or form, I've only seen clips, but I have not seen any of this.
I was really into all the like 80s ninja shit at a specific time in
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Right
made
now-
like my own set of nunchucks at one point
Well, I'm
in my
like-
dad's workshop.
I'm surprised like this movie I did not see for all these reasons. I remember like we would also like you could go to like the local Deerbergs, and that's where I probably picked up like a ninja magazine.
Ninja
like when you-
magazine.
Yeah, you could
They
like
did have ninja magazines.
yeah, like,
dude.
it was
Holy
like
shit,
basically
I
like you could just
forgot
like
about that.
order like tactical gear and stuff like
Yeah,
nothing
you could
anyone
order,
could
like, fucking
afford.
Ninja stars.
Yeah, it was like if you have several $100s, you could like buy this sword, and you're like, oh my god, yeah, Ninja Stars. It's all fun games. So yeah,
Dude, that just brought back like a flood of memories
Yeah,
of me
it
looking
did.
at magazines in the grocery store and then probably going to rent fucking ninja movies at
right?
the front.
They gotcha. It was the American dream.
How much money did
But you
guys,
weren't reading Word Up magazine. It was ninjas.
Word up.
how much money did you guys spend on ninja gear through these
No,
magazines?
none. Like I was able to afford
I
the
made my
$3 magazine, and then be like, "Oh my god, what if I had $500 for this katana?"
So when you were young, you thought having like ninja weaponry in your bedroom would have been cool as shit.
Mike, in my car,
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I carry a satchel with throwing knives.
Still,
Very
like today.
nice.
Yeah, today it's in my car.
This is
It's
your
not in my car right now because I took them out because it's being repaired. But
Right.
once I get my car back, it will go back into the rear of the car.
Huh?
Then why not?
numerous reasons why not. Is this
Why
in case you
wouldn't
get
it,
carjacked?
Yeah, you got to make stealth kills in the forest,
Right.
Mike.
So someone's like,
You don't want
"Hey,
people to hear you."
give me your keys," and you're like, "Call the police," but not for me.
Yeah, like this guy, you got to take law into your own hands.
Yes.
Or
I'm still my mind's still reeling over the throwing knives. I don't know what to believe in.
do you just like twirl them around your fingers when you're stopped at traffic?
Yeah, I wish I knew where they were. I'd bring them over here so you could see them.
Yeah.
You need
They
like
do. They have like the little thing at the end that you can like twirl them around.
And
in your
when you
hand.
say satchel, is it like are they in a Crown Royal bag, like
No,
the necklace
no.
in this movie,
they're in like a thing that you can put across your chest if you
like
want
a
to.
Chewbacca bandolier?
you need you need
It is. It's like a little bandolier.
you need little one-liners, and you need to drive around Missouri. And then, like at stoplights, you roll down the window, you're twirling one of these knives, and you just look over and you're like, "Eh, shiver me timbers!" And then you roll back up the window, and people are like, "He didn't say that. You're a man of mystery. He didn't say that."
That-
You drive off.
That guy owes me a crown and coach.
I can't believe that guy just pulled a knife out of a Crown Royal bag.
he does owe you a rum and coke.
You can,
owe me a rum and coke.
you can be like the meme of, I think it's like guys driving Pontiacs and smoking like pipes, cigars and stuff. Is that a thing? Have you heard of this?
Yes. Yeah.
I think I've seen it in the wild once, and it blew my mind, but I didn't know that was a thing until I researched it. You guys could check it out. Drive Pontiacs and dry pipes and wearing a scarf.
I saw a man driving a Volvo once, smoking a corncob pipe, wearing a sailor hat.
That's got to be in Florida.
I was with Mike,
That's correct. Yeah.
and the guy was leaned back like this.
Yeah.
And he was
That's a totally
dressed
normal look,
like
man.
was a Captain Gordon the fisherman.
He was like the Vandecamps guy.
Yeah, like he had a rain slicker on and like a captain's rain slicker hat.
It was the sea captain from The Simpsons.
And,
basically.
and in one hand he had a pipe, and the other hand he was turning that wheel like it was.
But he calls it a tiller.
Yeah, he was not
He's on his way to
Halloween.
pick up a couple tall boys, man.
Yeah.
He was ready.
He had, I think, finished a couple tall boys.
He was the tall boy.
Was his steering wheel like refurbed as a steering wheel for a ship?
Yeah,
Did
it
it have
had the
that
wooden
for
Well,
it?
it looks like he was like it was like a 1971 like boat of a car where you have to like roll it over. Like
Ah, nice.
I don't. Yeah, that was.
No power.
Mike and I have seen things.
Good time.
Did he rolled out his window and be like, "Arr,
He
you
didn't
have any
notice us
spare
at all. Like
change?"
that dude was on a mission to drive that car.
Yeah. It took all that he had.
Ah, shit. That's
Yeah,
good.
it is. Yeah, I don't know what to say about
We
that.
got way off topic.
Yeah. What are we talking about? Is this a movie?
We were talking
Well-
about sailors. Now we're talking about ninjas.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Well, we have the whole family. The Saito family is in Japan, and it seems well-to-do, and everything's going great. And the wife of the family is like, I want to go back to America. Like, that's where I was born, and I eventually wanted to get back there. And the husband's like, you know what? All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Seems everything's
was it
fine.
like, I just
His
got a
response
promotion
was
or
like,
something?
"Why do you want to go from someplace that's beautiful and cultural to a place that's violent and vile?"
He does say that, but
Yeah. Well, they picked fucking Houston, too. So,
Oh my God, did they really?
but I don't know if that's ever
kidding
said.
me?
I have to look it. I had to look it up. It's
It's
filmed
in
in.
the, it's in the Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he directly says where he is. But
There's
that's
a
what it is.
skyline shot
Houston.
at the end.
Yeah.
Where,
Okay.
yeah, and it-
Well, he
Yeah.
deserves what he gets.
he does.
You know what?
Yeah. You should know what you're getting into.
One of your family members is going to die because of this decision right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does say that, like, you know, all the things I've heard about America, it's full of crime. And she's like, nah, it's not that way. And, you know, I just want to go back. And they have 2 sons and it's going to be good for them. And he's like, let's do it. Like, I got this new job and whatever. We'll just do it in America.
Does he get the new job? Is that
I think he gets like a job that's allowing him to go to America.
he can work from home? And
No.
his
So
restaurant?
he was promised a promotion, but it wasn't going to happen for like 3 years.
Oh,
And he's like,
That's right.
I don't want to do this. Maybe I should just quit and start my own business.
Right.
And she's like,
That's
yeah, if you do
promotion.
that, then you'll be super successful in whatever you do.
Yeah.
But
You-
instead of any of that, let's just
They
go
open-
to they open a restaurant.
they open a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They just start totally over.
which wasn't
And
really
they
explained until
opened
they
this
opened it.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Am I nuts that they fucking opened this restaurant in like 2 days?
Correct.
Yeah, you're
Correct,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, there's a scene at the back end of the movie. So this restaurant's open. There's a scene at the very back end of the movie where the mom is like unpacking dishes from a box.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, what?
Yeah.
Like, I think I totally agree with you, Jeremy. I was like, they're just moved in.
Yeah. They're done.
Yeah, I feel like it would take longer to just do the licensing, you know?
Except for the one room that goes immediately downstairs into cobwebs and thievery.
Right. The cigar room.
Don't worry about that room. Don't go there. Well, actually, what's funny is when the kids are exploring like a touch, they're like, "What's there?" And the guy's like, "This old room that goes like outside." He doesn't say, "Don't go in there." He's just like, "There it is."
Right. And then he karate
like, can
chops
we
the
go
door
in?
open and they take a look.
Yeah. So I'm backtracking just a touch. So they meet this old man who is like gonna rent them out this like. I want to say apartment, but it's really like half a house. It's like a condo that almost overlooks like a shop.
It's like the Bob's Burgers place.
Yeah,
It's like a
that-
restaurant with an
yeah,
apartment on top.
Like
of it.
super good call on that. So that's kind of what's happening. And the old man, like, I'm under the impression, like, I'm gonna live downstairs. You and your family are gonna live upstairs, and blah blah blah. He's like, nope, you're just gonna live
I'm
there.
outta
And like,
here,
I'm, yeah, I'm gonna leave.
This place sucks.
Well, he
but it'll
doesn't
get
care
nicer.
about it. And they're like, why is this door padlocked? He's like, I don't know. Anyway, I gotta go.
I know, but like, what was his plan?
I think
Profit.
they bought
He
was
it.
gonna
I think
go live with his
retired.
sister.
Yeah, he bailed. Yeah.
Does he have enough
His
money to
sister
do
was
anything?
widowed.
He
And
will
he was gonna
after
go
he
live
sells
with her.
this place. I think he's just selling this place to them.
Yeah,
And
not.
just
He's
gonna
selling
fuck
it to
off.
him.
Yeah. Well,
They're the new owners.
None of this matters.
Yeah.
I don't think they are the new owners. That was only said by the bad guys who concocted a whole story, which I'm going to get into in a second. I think they're just renting it.
No, I think they're owning it.
I
Because
think
part of the letter they got when they were in Japan was like, buy this place. You're investing in your future. When the city grows larger, like, you know, this place will pop.
Yeah,
So
I thought she was just
I mean,
buying
they
it
were
to open a restaurant, and they're gonna Bob's Burgers it live over
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah,
Well,
I think they bought it.
It's pretty. It doesn't matter what
How
their
dare
occupancy arrangement was.
That's true.
We're going to stay on
Does
the
anyone have a
subject
lease?
for 10 minutes until we get
I want to see a
bottom of it.
copy of the lease
That's
or a mortgage. I want to see a deed.
Listeners,
why I
if you could
found
find
it.
a copy of this lease.
That's why I found it strange that when they were looking at the place and he was like, don't go in there. It's like, we're going to buy this place. Let us see inside.
Okay. So wait. So I'm in agreement with Lamar. So if they're not buying this place, the whole other areas are all clean.
Yeah.
Why didn't they clean this downstairs area?
They never have the
Right.
whole time.
which just has
Well,
a.
they only had 2 days, so
Yeah.
that was
They had to open the
that's
goddamn
like, if we
restaurant.
have time, we'll get to it.
You're
but
right.
we
As
gotta
they
open up
eventually
now.
go into this back room and there's just another door that's open.
Well, it kept getting locked.
That's true. We're getting to that.
Yeah, we are getting to that. So basically, if we're jumping around a lot of things are happening almost at the same time. So part of the backdrop is this back room that I'm noting is being used because this old man owns like a couple properties or like overlapping properties. I don't really know. I gotta get the lease.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Where's Rami to look this up?
I need someone like who's like a specialty is zoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week we'll have a real estate lawyer on. and
that's
he
what we
will
need.
walk us through the process of what took place in this movie.
You've seen Pray for Death. That's
Yeah.
why I became a lawyer.
They call this the Pray for Death law.
Couldn't believe it. This guy's just leaving. He sells one house and leaves the other house. Could have made money.
Did you know it's the only prayer that will, without a doubt, be answered?
It's beautiful in a way.
Oh.
But Jeremy, there is no heaven. With well, everyone just stopped with
It's
that.
just an Amazon box.
With that, this guy leaves. So regardless of what's happening, the old man leaves, packs it up. So the backdrop is while this is happening, this other overlapping property, as noted, this back room is being used as a, I was going to say a hole because people are literally going in there and just opening up like a hole.
They're opening the hole.
Yeah.
And then
And
they
they're
put
sticking things in.
they put valuables in there and then cover the hole with like two little slats
Jewels.
of wood.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Jules go in the hole.
It's an abandoned property that some thugs are using for like deals.
Right. And there's enough that like 100 people die in this movie over like some of the goods that exist. So like, I don't know all the stuff in there. So these two thugs, which are cops, they're crooked cops, which we later find out, they get some kind of merchandise somehow. I don't really
Yeah,
remember.
like the Van Helsing necklace or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it was called.
And-
It was named after the producer of this movie.
Oh, was it?
What?
Yeah.
Cool.
What I don't know what it's.
Whose
I don't know
name
anyone's
is-
name in this movie. I'm just letting you guys know right now.
So you're
There
taking
is,
up
like-
my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did read it. There are 5 pieces of trivia, and one of them is that the necklace was named after
Nice.
the producer of this movie.
Well, this necklace, one of the crooked cops is like, you know what? I'm taking it back. And like a goonie, he takes them all back. And what's interesting is he opens up this sack and dumps out a ton of cocaine,
Yeah.
which has jewels in the inside.
What the fuck? What was that?
Where do you hide your
Who's-
jewels? In the cocaine.
Jeremy, that was the party
Why?
sack.
Why?
You know she's
Why
going to
are
love it for Valentine's Day. Hey, open the sack, honey. I think you're going to love this.
I mean, yeah, that's the only thing I could think of. Is like they took this brick of cocaine from like a rich Colombian drug lord that was going to give this beautiful like sapphire necklace to some lady. And these guys took it and they're like, ha, one up on you, motherfucker. And yeah, there is a fucking necklace and a kilo of cocaine. Who does that?
How do you pull this off when the cops eventually bust you? Like, which route do you want to go? Like,
Well, it was cops
Jules,
that
what are
had
you
this
talking
fucking
about?
brick of
I am
cocaine.
only smuggling cocaine. I don't know anything about Jules. Or is it like, what are you talking about, cocaine? Like, I admit to all the jewels. Cocaine?
No, that's too far.
That's borax or something.
What is the lesser sentence? Can you tell me?
Right. I'm going to need a lawyer for this.
Well, setting off the trend of very bad decision making in this movie. The crooked cops leave this sack, and he's about to leave, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to take that necklace. So he doubles back, grabs it, and then leaves. For reasons that we don't fully understand.
But he also took the coke because it's gone.
Well, you're going
next
to take
time
the
we see
coke
it.
too, obviously.
Jeremy, that was a gimme.
Yeah.
One thing leads
But
to
he had
the
like
other.
ripped it up. Like, how did he get all the fucking coke out of it?
Oh, he didn't get all of it.
Well,
he
why-
got as much of it as he could.
Why did he make the decision to go to the place and hide it and then be like, you know what?
Well, his partner left. His partner did not know. So partner walked
okay.
out, and when his partner's like, I'm getting in the car, whatever, the guy like turned back really quick, dumped out the coke, grabbed the necklace, grabbed the coke. Because even later, his partner's like, because the one guy is like, one of you guilty. And the partner's like, what the hell are you talking about? And I'm like,
Yeah, I'm only guilty of trying to sell this necklace.
yeah, because we never really see that guy again. And I was like,
I
that
think
guy
he gets stabbed at some point.
that's true.
Yeah.
That might be true.
They all had the same mustache, so it
only-
was hard to tell them apart.
The only other backstory I want to note that we skipped is Akira.
He's a ninja.
Yeah,
FYI.
yeah. The last thing we see, the last
a
thing we
ninja.
see out of Japan is like he fights his brother who is bad and dead,
Yeah, he goes to like a mystery shrine.
but then he's fighting an old man wizard who turns out to be his father, and then his
And his
father's
brother
like,
also stealing jewels.
yeah, well, in the family jewels.
His father gives him a helmet.
1985 is all about the family jewel.
Damn.
This guy has like a day job and a family. Where does he find the time to do all this ninjaing? Around?
Oh my God, Colin! This was
Colin, I have many questions.
Colin, this
about
was like
that.
the
Yeah,
cave
'cause
of-
he works for a major corporation. Okay,
This was expected in Japan, 1985. You work 8 to 3, but from 4 to 6, Ninja Cave. It's expected. It's part of the family training.
I feel like
That sounds right.
to be a true ninja, you've got to practice more than just a couple hours a day.
Not if you're good at
You
it.
know,
Yeah, I mean, when you come, he practiced all of his youth away.
Did you see his father and that beard? He was born.
yeah, dude, that's what happens.
you
That's
see
what
he's fighting-
happens when you ninjutsu your way through life. You fucking get the wild hair and the
Jeremy,
scrag-
this guy's fighting ghosts. You don't become a master on just one
Yeah,
day. You just wake
you
up
gotta
and
go
you start-
full dragon.
Right. You're fighting ghosts every day, so your training's endless. It's like Mario Kart, that lap, that ghost lap. Like, can you beat yourself? Who knows?
Maybe I'll get back into
beat
ninja
himself.
lore. Start making my own weapons again.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
If by next time we record, there's not like nunchucks on the wall behind you, I'm going to be disappointed.
There's just me and like a cast.
If you're not wearing that fucking bandolier of throwing knives,
Oh, yeah.
I might have some.
I sh-
you're going to be covered in band-aids. Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have established that Akira's a ninja, the family's moved to America, and immediately there's mobs and crooked cops intertwined all at this one like guy's garage essentially.
Yeah.
Because they need a hidey hole, Mike's favorite little phrase of things, a little hidey hole. That now this mob boss, Newman, and his thugs are driving around with Limehouse.
Yeah, Limehouse.
So, and Limehouse is like his number one thug, and they're all kind of gathering together. They're like, "Where the hell's this necklace?" The cops are like, "I don't know, man. I just delivered some stuff," and they're like, "All right."
What kills me is that immediately Limehouse is like, I'll bet one of those fucking cops took it.
Only after a little to do about it.
Which would have avoided this whole
this
fucking
movie would have been over.
Yeah, they're like, okay,
hey,
let's go get him.
Nah,
Yeah,
he's
so,
just
so
dicking
they're
around.
telling the cops, they're like, "What's going on?" They're like, "I don't know. We just delivered whatever
Yeah.
there was." And they're like, let's go check it out."
Yeah. Well, instead, we should just murder everybody. How about that?
Yeah, so they go to this place, this like shop that's being shut down, and Akira and his family are moving in. And this is the craziest shit. So
Oh my
these
God.
guys across the street concoct an entire story that sets off this movie. They're like, who are these immigrant families? And they're using like slur after slur. And they're like, I don't know, but the old man's leaving. He's got the necklace. He must have sold it, and these are the new owners. So let's go
Yeah, he
kill this guy.
Sold it and bought that awesome green fucking station.
Right. So then they follow this guy as he's leaving, and they beat the crap out of him, torture him.
Oh, dude, this scene is nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an old nice man.
Yeah.
And they fuck him up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Set him on fire and blow up his car.
They tie him to his car and blow the thing up.
Yeah.
They're just setting the scene for more evil shit that they do. They're not fucking around. They want their jewels.
Fucking Limehouse.
So I think one of the reasons I love this movie, and I do like this movie, it's ridiculous, but I do like it, is that I love movies where they make the bad guys so fucking despicable that
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't like wait to see them die. And this is one of those movies.
Oh, I did pray for their death. So, yeah, I mean, they kill this old man, but there's like some extra crazy shit. Like they horrendously murder him, as noted by all of us. But in addition, they don't have any answers whatsoever. So, like, they're under the impression that this guy sold this necklace to uproot his life and move away. So, like, the question would be like, where's his money that he has, and who bought the necklace?
No,
Right.
No, Paul. One of the guys goes, "Look at all this shit he has. I don't want to look through all this." And they're like, "All right, we're just gonna kill him
Yeah, fuck
and then blow
this.
up the car."
Right. And then they're like, let's just like these new owners who would have no idea about any of this.
Right. Let's terrorize them.
Yeah. So they kidnap the son. Is like stage one. We're gonna get there in a second, and then the torture of the family goes on. Like,
Well,
all of this was in this guy's head. This is insane.
so okay, they have a little bit of a basis here because they try to go into the room where it's hidden under the ground, and the lock is changed.
Yeah, it's
and they're
a
like,
new lock.
"Why is this lock changed?" So they kick in the door because you can just do that, and then the rug was uplifted and the floor was open.
Right.
So the new family had moved in. They broke into this little area and they see that it clearly wasn't there, but something had changed. So they assume that someone in the house knows what happened there.
Well, and he
because they
notices
changed the
like
lock.
some wool, and he's like, "Somebody broke in here. There's some wool on the edge of this
Kira?
thing."
Yeah, he's like
Kira sees that.
fucking Inspector Gadgeting this thing. He knows
Yeah.
what happened.
A left-handed man.
Left-handed man with a gray suit.
Yeah.
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 I can't. You know what? If people are listening to this and they haven't seen it, eventually we're gonna get the Goonies.
What?
What?
You'll know. Okay. You'll know.
I hope so.
The important thing is
Okay.
the bad guys have a foundation for hating the new
Yeah,
family.
I can understand.
It's super loose.
It's
Well,
loose.
yeah.
It's enough for him to, and he's
is
not really
comedy.
unhinged, but he
Well-
goes to the extreme immediately.
yeah.
Well,
for
he
sure.
does, and also like Columbia House. Right away he
I
was
like
like,
that.
"It's the cops. The cops were the ones that did it." He knew right away what happened.
Yeah.
But his
Yeah,
stupid fat boss was like, kill these guys anyway."
Yeah, so this is Mike is totally right. So this is brought up. They go back to like the head mob boss Newman, and they're like, so Limehouse is like, you know what? Like it could have been the cops. He's like, yeah, it could have been the cops. I was like, holy shit, dude! Of course, like,
Right.
Because the crazy shit is this: even if you were a villain, it would be like this. I sold Colin my house, but on the side, I found a medallion and then sold that too. Why would you go to Colin and be like, so you bought this guy's house? And Colin's like, yeah, me and my family moved in. You must know everything about this guy and his financial details. You know about the medallion he stole. Like, what? No, dude, only because there's a hidey hole where this was? That's crazy.
To be fair,
So, in all seriousness, though,
Yeah.
if like, I would kind of be suspicious. Like, you move from a beautiful country of Japan to fucking Houston. Yeah, you guys know something, man. All right.
How would they?
What's
possibly
going on
know?
here?
That's-
Yeah, why do you say that?
Do you think the
I
old
don't
guy
know.
took an ad out in the paper like, "There's a
Why
jewel in
would
my
they move to
house"?
Houston? That's what
Exactly.
I
I
want.
don't know.
I would think they extra didn't know because of these.
yeah.
This guy, I'd be like, man, that old man duped these people to live in this neighborhood while simultaneously stealing
Yeah.
this other stuff.
Well, I think the crux of it is that what's his name? He just likes doing killing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
So
true.
Even though, he told the boss, he's like, "It's probably the cops." They talked to the cops. The cops were like, "No."
Oh, God, the cops.
Basically, that's what happened.
Yeah. And then he's just like, "Okay, well, I'll just kill everyone else. Everyone who's ever been in the house, I'll kill them. I'll kidnap them. Whatever. It's fine. That's what I like doing."
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's my thing.
Scorched earth.
There's
Yeah.
stuff that happens later that will definitely indicate that he just likes.
Oh, yeah. He
just
torturing
like
and killing.
Yeah, and he kidnaps the fucking kid.
Yeah, so Colin noted as we watched this, or Mike, I think you and Colin were talking, one of you said, like, the moral of this movie is, like, don't listen to your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
never do that.
like in this.
You know.
So the wife is like, we have got to go to the cops because now their son is kidnapped, as we talked about. And we're going to get that. I guess we could just talk about this. The kids go to a convenience store, the two sons.
Right. There's two sons. There's the stupid one and the one who's amazing at karate.
Yeah. So I guess stupid one is getting bullied outside, and then karate one just kicks a bunch of kids' asses.
This
It's
kid
amazing.
like takes down. He's like what, 10?
I love this kid.
Yeah. Oh, he's great.
Well, you can't start training ninja style
Yeah.
till you reach the age of 10.
Is
So
that
he's
true?
probably in like
Okay.
the initial stages. of
Okay.
ninja
Well,
training.
whatever stage he's at, he takes apart these fucking high school kids who are trying
Yeah.
to steal the bike. And then what's
But
it, Rittenhouse
the
or
kid
whatever
gets
takes
kidnapped.
takes the other kid.
Beaten ass.
Why was he there?
brother
Was he
gets
just stand? Did he just come out the store like, "Hey, these kids are here. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna take one"?
Yeah.
He didn't even know who that kid was. He's like, I'm here. May as well just kidnap this kid.
Free kid.
I think
any supervision.
Well, he knew what the kid was. I just didn't know if it was a coincidence that he was there
I don't
or
have any
was he just
plans
stalking
tonight.
him.
Got to torture somebody.
Yeah, it'd been 20 minutes. Gotta mess someone up.
I want to talk about the scene where we skipped over this, but it goes with this scene. Is when they first come to America and they're touring looking for the restaurant, and they're touring through the neighborhood. And the neighborhood's so run down, and they're getting harassed by just the Denzians of Houston. So it just goes to show they go to this store and they're harassed by these kids who are just standing outside doing nothing.
Right away, yeah.
Yeah, but they get their
pretty
asses
good.
kicked. But
Yeah.
then one of the kids gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because this guy punches one of the karate kid in the face, drives off with his little brother. Then he runs home, and things get crazy. Extra crazy.
Yeah. And so they do go to the cops.
Yeah,
Eventually.
that's
Now
what I was
it's
going to do.
fine.
Yeah, the mom kept saying, like, the mom/wife, like, go to the cops. He's like, no. But then the next morning, he's like, yes.
Well, he gets the kid back first.
yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Though he said no, and there's a big reason for that. We kind of skipped over like his father before he left for America. Basically said like,
Don't call
you
the cops.
like you cannot let people know that you're a ninja.
You
All right.
just don't tell him.
And I mean,
It's
I
not one
don't
of the
feel
questions the
like-
cops ask.
yeah, like I don't feel like cops are gonna be like, you're Asian.
Right.
Are you a ninja?
Yeah, so
Are
how
you
old is your
like-
son? When did you last see him?
Jeremy-
Are you a ninja?
Jeremy, one of your kids is missing. You call the cops, and the first thing they're like, listen, are you in
Are
it?
you- it's
we
just-
want no ninjas on this.
It's just a
fucking thing,
formality,
right?
but
Are
we
you
have to
Asian?
ask. There's a checkbox on the form, so
I love that the dad was like, take this, ninja sword or take this helmet. Just take all these ninja artifacts, but also don't let anyone know
don't let
you're
anyone
a ninja.
He couldn't take the sword. He's like, no.
no. Well, then take
Also,
my shredder
ninjas
helmet.
never fucking use samurai swords, which is what he gave them.
Yeah.
But so
Oh, there's a before he goes to the cops, he's called by the hostage takers about the necklace.
Yeah, and he's like, what the fuck are you
Like,
talking
what?
about?
And I think that might be one of the reasons why he goes to the cops.
yeah, and he tells the cops, he's like, listen, dude, I kind of deduced that it's a left-handed person, and they wore a gray suit, and then immediately the crooked cops are there, and he's like, are you left-handed to the one guy? He's like, yeah. He's like, oh,
Interesting.
And so, like,
do you know?
Akira's putting all this together. The police chief is the most useless person on earth.
He's like, I wish we could help, but there's
Yeah.
really nothing we
He's
can
like,
do.
the only way we could help is if you help me put like Newman behind bars.
Yeah, he's like looking at mug shots or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy who kidnapped my son." He's like, "Oh shit, that's like the biggest criminal in town." He's like, "Oh, can you help?" He's like, "No, there's
Yeah.
unfortunately nothing we can
when
do
he
about this."
says like the cop that he's like so they originally kidnapped this guy, and he's like, listen, I know who took your necklace. He's like, it is a man wearing a dark gray suit, and he is left-handed.
Yeah, we're kind of skipping over the
And
part
they're
where
like-
he rescues his son.
He also, one of the guys says, hey, I think that's like one of the cops. The fuck? Like, they do not want to do anything to these police officers, man. I don't understand it. Like, that's the thing that really gripes me about this movie. Why? Like, everybody's like, hey, it's the cops. It's the cops. It's the cops. No.
No.
You know why? It's because cops are expensive, but
Yeah.
they got these guys on the fucking cheap, and they don't want to let
That's
that
true.
go.
Yeah.
It's got to be something like that.
Mike is right though. He does save his son.
Yeah, before he goes to the cops, he gets the call from what's his name, the boss, or whatever. And it's like, meet me at the warehouse at whenever.
Yeah.
And he does.
And he agrees to be like handcuffed, both hands like tied up.
He knew it wasn't
with
going
the
to
ducks.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the old man's like, I'm crazy as shit. Or is
Right.
this Limehouse? at this
Yeah,
point?
at Limehouse.
Yeah, his number one Limehouse is like, I like busting balls.
Yeah, he breaks a board over him, and he's like, I didn't even feel that.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Akira's
What
like,
was
I
that?
am telling you, this guy's left-handed, all these things. He's like, you're lying to me. He's like, I'm telling you all I know.
Right? It's like the thing that you initially thought is true.
Right.
Please stop kidnapping my son.
And then he busts out Limehouse, that is, busts out a blowtorch, and he's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna like melt your son's face off.
Like cuts him up first.
Oh yeah, he
You
does
know
cut
that
up.
he's
Akira.
hanging there, and he's thinking, why the fuck didn't that his wife listened to him.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Why
dude?
didn't I take
told
the
her not to
sword?
move to Houston.
Yeah, why didn't I take the sword?
Yeah. If she hadn't have died, he would have had the biggest "I told you so" moment.
Hey, spoiler.
It says it in the synopsis.
It might.
They spoiled their movie. Oh.
Yeah, so then Akira just kind of busts out of these cuffs, breaks a light, and then beats everyone's ass, takes his son, and like gets out. But like Limehouse is still there. And then he becomes half ninja. He becomes leather jacket ninja. I like this ninja. Jackie Chan ninja.
The transformation involves a leather jacket.
He doesn't just break a light; he breaks the one and
the
only
one light,
light in
yeah.
this entire warehouse.
Yeah, he's out of the warehouse. Now it's like time to go boating. Because now he's going to stalk this guy again because he leaves and now he wants to go talk to Newman. So he's got this leather jacket, and I wrote Jedi Luke leather jacket Akira, and that's what's happening.
Pretty dope jacket.
It is, and it serves two functions.
Is this when Newman's like partying on
he's got, like, a little
his
boat.
oil
His
tanker?
babes.
Yeah. Well, this jacket.
So
Mike's-
I have a question about this,
Yes.
Paul. So this guy is like hanging down at the docks on like whatever this looks like a cargo container or something. He's partying on the bridge. Like, does this guy not know that you can buy boats?
No.
Like, why is he on this boat? Why
uses it for
is this
stuff.
his like base of operations?
Maybe you can rent out a shipper and just convert it and have parties on it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
You don't want to own a boat. You just want to have one.
Fun story. When we were watching it and they go to the cops, Akira's like, "Can't you find this guy?" And the chief's like, "I don't know where this guy is." Like, just like, all right. And then another cop's like, "I don't know. He's always at the docks."
dock
He's
rat.
a dock rat.
What the?
Listen,
Great
these are-
police work.
yeah. And Mike, I want to get back to your point with the jacket. The jacket serves two purposes.
Okay.
Ninja wear, which we're about to see Akira do. But then you go to the hospital, you roll up those sleeves, you get a little internal gray. You're just a dad checking on your kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
ninja one area, good dad of the year on the other
Yeah.
hand.
It's easy to wash the blood off of leather.
Yeah.
It sells itself.
Yeah.
I love the dock raid. So basically, Akira just goes up to this boat and just beats everyone's ass. And everyone is so incompetent. Even like some goon comes up with like
my
a gun.
God.
He's like, "Hey, don't move." I'm like, "Shoot him. Just shoot him right now."
So at one point, like he gets on the boat and everybody's attacking him, and they all have on like flannel wear. They look like they're from Wisconsin, right? Like they've been eating cheese curds and whatnot. Then at one point, he's taking down people that are in like cardigan sweaters over like suit jackets. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, are we reaching various levels of security now?
Yeah, you can
What's
tell
going on?
like the level by how well they're dressed.
Yeah, there's the under boat security guys, and there's the party security guys.
Yeah.
So that's fair.
Newman
That
has a
sounds right.
diverse crowd of people, family, friends.
Name one person in Houston that owns a cardigan.
Tom Winger. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sadly, I could name a few, but
Wow.
I'm going to leave that out.
Bring out your Rolodex.
Yeah.
You've been to Houston
Oh,
recently.
no, I know people from
There you go.
So yeah, basically, Akira is just taking out people level by level, almost like a video game. He then basically takes out the lights of the top tier of this boat, and he gets close to Newman, and he's like, "You're gonna stay away from the Saito family. You're gonna stay away from ever."
It was Limehouse, wasn't it?
Why didn't he just kill him?
You will
He's a
pray for
goddamn
death.
ninja.
I think this
I
was
think
Newman.
this was Newman.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
Newman having to
Yeah.
burn. And he's like, "You're gonna pray for death." And then he gets all pissed off and riled up. Like, "Man, this guy told me I was going to pray." Oh, no, wait, this is Limehouse.
It is because he cuts
Oh,
him
shit,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
has to change out of
Took
his
it personally.
lame yellow sweater.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets all super pissy. He's like, "Man, this guy told me to pray for death. I'm going to kill all the Saito family." So then he sends, like, the next day, he sends, like, a car out to just, like, watch the house.
This is amazing.
And Akira leaves. He's like, "I'll be back, but keep the kids
Yeah.
inside."
Whatever you do, don't leave the house.
Yeah. So the mom is like, "Okay, kids, we're gonna play inside," and the two boys are playing with the soccer ball. Eventually, falls out the window.
Right.
And one of the boys goes to grab it.
Yeah, the dumb one. The karate one is wearing like a sick Michael Jackson
Yeah.
jacket.
It is
Yeah,
Michael
what
Jackson.
the fuck was that? These kids are
He's gonna
wearing
beat it.
normal clothes throughout the entire movie, and then all of a sudden he shows up at the hospital and he's full fucking Michael Jackson,
Well,
dude.
yeah.
I guarantee you he had the fucking glove on.
Well, he's Fly.
How fly.
Well,
Super
and also,
He's pretty fly for an Asian guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
this movie's so
Yeah, it
fucking
is
dumb.
Parker.
How
Well,
dare you.
it's about to get dumber.
Yeah, the soccer ball's going out.
Yeah, so soccer ball goes out. Dumb kid chases after it. The mother's like, "Oh, whatever your name is," runs after him. They both get hit by the car.
This,
But then,
But then,
what happens is one of the greatest sequences I have ever seen.
the hit is funny, but
Yeah.
yes.
Well, so mom and son, dumb son, are down.
Yeah.
Clearly, people call 911. So these two goons driving this
these
car.
are the dumb goons.
drive-
These are the flannel
They
goons.
drive
The Wisconsinites.
They drive 3 blocks away and they meet like a middleman who's another goon. And he's like, "Get in the car." So these two get into a truck, and it might even be Limehouse. I can't even remember.
I think it was Lime.
Immediately go back to the
Yeah,
scene.
yeah,
where
just-
they
yeah,
just
drive
Go right
around the
back and
block,
check it
people
out.
over.
So the two people who just mowed down the mom and the son drive 3 blocks back just in a now pickup truck rather than the car that they mowed them down with, and just sit in front of the crime scene, mean mugging everybody. And they're like, "Yeah, okay," they're going to the hospital, and then drive off.
I don't see what's wrong with this.
Well,
plan. This is
this is
what you would have done in this
Sees him.
instance. Okay.
And he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "I bet those motherfuckers did it." And he takes off in his fucking hatchback, man.
Oh yeah, he's after him,
yeah.
I have,
and
a,
he catches him.
I have a theory that this is a poorly veiled plan to just, hey, these guys are innocent. You can't accuse them. They're just rolling up and looking
Yep.
just in case someone wants to ID a face. It's pretty stupid. That's my theory on it.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, that's fair.
Let's come up with another fun plan in all of this. So the is it Limehouse again? Yeah,
Yeah, it's always Limehouse.
Limehouse comes
Irish
up with a new
prick.
plan. He cuts his arm so deeply that he admits himself to the hospital.
Yeah.
He's spewing out blood everywhere, but he gets to the hospital because now he's so pissed he wants to take out the mom and the son.
Yeah. You couldn't have just walked in and
Nope.
done it. You gotta
No,
fuck yourself up.
You got to try to commit suicide. I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's so bad. But yeah, so he goes there and he does. He kills one of the two.
Yeah, so he does try to get the son, and all of a sudden there's a cop stationed out like in front of everyone's rooms, and maybe I think it's the police chief. He's like radioing to the cop. He's like, "So how's everything going?" He's like, "Yeah, pretty good. The doctor's here just giving him shots." He's like, "Oh my god, dude."
You stupid bitch.
He's like, "Oh my god, like it's clearly not a doctor. Like get him out immediately." And then they all rush them. They do save the son. They're like, "Oh my god, where's the mom?" And then they go check out the mom, and she is dead.
Super dead.
So this guy's plan works because everyone is the most incompetent buffoon in this. I don't blame Akira for going full ninja. Like, bravo.
No. Yeah.
Bravo. I would have called my dad in, flown him in, and did father-son ninja time to this whole mob syndicate. That's the movie
Well,
we should
let me
have.
ask you this: did his wife know that he was a ninja?
Who knows?
Yeah, unknown.
Do you know that your wife's a ninja?
Yeah.
I feel like that was his
Well,
like secret hobby.
there would be
Like,
signs.
when she goes to bed, she goes down to his mystery temple and prays and does ninja shit, and he just doesn't. She doesn't know.
So she doesn't know.
She just reads a novel.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
She reads a book
I
of
feel
poetry
that's
and goes to
That's
bed.
a real tough thing to hide from a lady.
She likes-
It's like
she-
your ninja hood.
She lights a basil candle. She reads a romance novel.
This movie would have been
She drinks-
so much cooler.
she drinks
if
a
she would have known he's a ninja. And
couple
she's like,
ounces of Chardonnay.
Yeah.
yeah, like I want to see like a fucking ninja Death Wish movie, man. Like Charles Bronson style. They could have made this into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not far
But
off.
they didn't.
Yeah,
They
it
made
isn't
this.
far off.
Yeah.
She probably had a pretty good hunch when she unpacked the shredder helmet.
Yeah. Like, honey, where does this
See,
go?
I thought that he made that in the end. Like he was
Isn't that the one
forging
Daddy gave?
steel
Yeah,
and
that's the
shit.
one Dad gave
Dad gave it to him.
I think
Yeah.
he
He was
just
like,
added
I don't
on.
want the sword. I'll take
Yeah,
this
he's
really
like-
gaudy helmet.
He added
No.
on the face flap because I don't
No, I
think
think
that
it
was
was there.
before.
I think it was all there.
Oh, really?
He also had ninja stars.
Yeah. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Maybe Asian women just don't ask questions.
They're just, every Asian man has the helmet.
Yeah.
It's expected that every Japanese man is partial ninja.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
Don't touch the helmet.
We were talking about him having an argument with the lieutenant about his wife being killed, and his lieutenant like, don't go out and get
Don't be a
revenge.
ninja or anything.
Don't be a ninja. And he's like, this country sucks. You guys, you take
He
you
does
take the
that.
law into your own hands all the time. I'm gonna do that right now, motherfucker.
Yeah, so he goes
Yeah.
home and has a little mental freak out. This is one of my favorite moments in the movie. So he's sitting down talking to himself, Akira that is. He's like, my God, I will seek vengeance I'm quoting this, as a ninja. And then his son peeks into the door like, huh? And you just see his like O face, and he keeps talking like, I'm gonna seek vengeance as a ninja. I'll summon the warrior spirit of a ninja. Like the son's like, holy shit, like jackpot. Because in the earlier part of the movie, the two sons were watching ninja movies. They're like, ninjas are so cool. And now the
looks
son
like my
realized,
dad.
yeah, now he realizes his son is like Donatello, or his dad's Donatello. It's beautiful.
It's
My
a
dad's Ninja Turtle.
montage. It's a montage scene of him getting his ninja shit ready, but his kid on the side, he's like doing, like you said, Donatello stuff. He's putting together contraptions.
Yeah.
like I had no idea that this kid was into gadgets until
No
now.
one did.
He's inventing like shit to put on the back of his bike. He's got,
Donatello
like,
knows
fucking
machines.
Damn it. If only we know.
Ninja Turtles.
This kid's not going down like some punk. He's not going to get kidnapped like his brother.
Yeah. Also,
That's the Goonies reference. The little Asian guy in Goonies
Data?
taking out bad guys with inventions.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes like a Home Alone bike, basically.
Yeah.
It's really just a bike with a pipe in it, but
Yeah.
This
Well,
is
it had
the-
like the crotch slingshot.
Gosh, it
Yeah.
did have that.
Yeah.
there was like no discussion where the dad was like, stay here and watch your little brother or whatever. He just went off on his own and left the kid.
Oh,
to-
yeah. Well, in the
Dude,
final
these
battle,
kids
like,
suck, man. They are fucking
these kids are
the
so
whole
dumb.
reason half of this shit happens.
How dare you?
They're
Well,
like,
one
yeah.
of these kids has a redemption arc right here. He's fixing up his
Yeah.
bike. He's going to
Well, he
become a
does.
badass.
He beats some
he's,
ass, too.
he's part of this ninja montage.
Yeah. Well, did the dad know he was part of this, or was he just going
Out of
rogue?
the
I don't
corner
think-
of his eye,
Nobody
when he
knows.
was saying, I'm a ninja, I'm going to get revenge, he saw the kid.
Okay.
I have
He
a-
knew he was there.
I have a question.
Yeah.
In the opening sequence of this movie, like the credits are rolling, there's like a training sequence of a father and son.
Oh yeah. good
Is it
call.
these two?
I guess so.
Maybe.
Has he been teaching his son the whole time?
Well, his son's really good at karate.
Well, I mean, this makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He does beat up older kids.
He does beat up older kids.
Yeah.
So has he just been training his son in martial arts, but like down
Well,
low
they're-
ninja stuff?
Well, there was supposed to be a sequel to this. I don't know if it like involved like a ninja family, you know,
Maybe.
but it never came to
Yeah. Well,
light.
kind of interspersed with all this ninja shit that's going on, we get what is maybe the most bonkers part of this movie. The Limehouse goes to like the most Italian restaurant in the world and retrieves.
It's Italian.
Yeah, he went to Italian in the mall, and he retrieves the necklace from the cops.
Well, this cop is with questionable man.
Yeah.
Having the best interaction I've ever seen. It's like necklace and pouch. The guy's like, and then slides over by kicking a briefcase to him.
Oh yeah,
It's like-
he slides it over all like nonchalant under the table, then picks it up and opens it up on top of the table.
lots of cash.
It's a brightly lit Olive Garden.
And then both clearly are about to order food. Like it's
Like,
obviously
all right, business concluded. Who's
yeah,
hungry?
Yeah, who wants Italian?
Yeah, and then Limehouse comes in. He's like, "You fuckers."
Yeah, he's breaking his balls, and he's not in for this chooch bullshit. So
No, but like
he mows him down.
But he was also right. Like the cops did have it, and now he's done. He could have just been like, "Okay,
He is so pissed off that Akira said you're a play
No.
for
yeah."
death.
He didn't
Like,
like that.
yeah.
He,
Yeah.
and he took that personally.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: so you're fucking out with your lady. You go to a nice Italian
I
restaurant.
go to Italian,
Yeah.
right?
and then this guy just fucking mows you down with a fucking Uzi, dude.
Oh, he didn't mow me down.
That sucks.
I left.
That really sucks.
I left and I didn't even pay the tip.
You know,
I'm
that's-
not leaving it. That's a bad Yelp review right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, you go to a random Italian restaurant. That's just the cost of doing business.
You should expect to be gunned
Yeah.
down. Haven't you seen
That
The
is true,
Godfather?
dude.
Come on.
Yeah.
A random
That
Italian
is true.
restaurant
You go
in
to any
Houston.
Italian restaurant on the hill, you have there's like a small percent in your brain. You're like, I could
Right.
get killed here.
There's a
Who
little
knows?
disclaimer on the menu. When you order food, you waive your rights to not being shot.
There's also like tiers of food. Like you order gabagool, 25% chance of going up
Yeah.
that you're getting murdered.
Yeah, order the veal. There's
I got
there's
a ghoul.
something wrong with that place.
Yeah.
And listen, if the salad dressing is on top, I will send it back.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. So he's got the necklace. He's killed the cops.
He's got the glow.
He's got the glow. He goes back to Maurice. What's the guy's name?
Macuccio.
Makuchi.
Mr. Nelson?
Mr. Nelson.
Something stupid like that, yeah.
Newman?
Newman. He goes back to Newman. He's like,
The
yeah.
mailman?
He's like, yeah, it was the cops all along. And Newman was like, oh,
Wait.
fuck, you were right.
Wait, the guy in Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Dope.
He's like,
Wayne
ah,
Knight?
well.
Yeah.
He's like Wayne Knight.
He's like, we still
Dennis
gotta kill
Nedry.
He's
Yeah.
like,
We still gotta kill these jet people, huh?
Yeah. He's like, well, okay, I like killing people, and I'm a huge racist, so this works.
yeah, it does seem to work out in his favor.
Yeah. Yeah, so like everything's concluded. They have what they want. They got the necklace back.
It's not good enough.
No.
Akira has forged a sword
Yeah. Oh yeah,
And-
he's fucking making a sword.
and has
Do you
Shredder
have-
mask.
I mean, that's not something you just do overnight.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
he
Like
puts on his
folding
silk
steel and
robe
shit like
and
that?
he like makes a Hattori Hanzo blade in his fucking basement.
Jeremy, it is when you're just like melting pennies.
That's what he made it out.
Yeah,
of.
he-
It was all the
is my penny
silverware
sword.
from restaurant.
The forks of justice.
Yeah. Well, now once he's got the sword done, he puts on his fucking hat.
I love Flappy Hat. The revealing hat.
Yeah,
When he kills
it's got
you,
the little flap so we can open it up, so you know.
Yeah, like he's the fucking predator. Or something,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, it's got the flap and then a mask underneath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's
the,
like
the dainty
layers.
veil.
He realizes that throughout the rest of the film. He's like, I see.
He keeps fucking opening it up too.
You can't breathe with that
No,
stuff covered here.
He leaps over the fence like I gotta shoot this arrow. Let me open up this flap real quick.
you gotta open up the flaps.
Yeah.
It's only polite.
Oh
You know,
my god.
In true ninja fashion, attacks him at the front gate in broad daylight.
Oh, he just walks
Love it.
right in the front.
Yeah, beating ass every which way. His son,
It was nice.
at one point in time, as we talked about, mowed down a bunch of people, had like a pipe in his bike, like took people down.
Yeah,
so
I
his
think-
son's cool.
I think he put
Drove
the
off.
kids like in a secret barn somewhere or something.
So part
It's
part
the
of the
storage
warehouse
unit.
that the old
Yeah.
man owned.
part of the purchase
Okay.
was like a warehouse somewhere down the street.
That's right.
And the baddies found out.
The
They're
baddies-
like,
somehow,
they're
yeah.
like, this old man also owned this warehouse. Maybe these people are staying there. Go
Yeah.
check it. It's like the one intelligent thing the bad people did
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
any point.
but
in
it
time.
doesn't work out because fucking Karate Kid takes him out with his bike
Yeah.
with the crotch slingshot.
Right.
Yeah, he
And the-
nunchucks the shit out of a couple dudes.
Oh yeah, yeah, he does.
Guy's so cool.
And he's at the right height. It's a lot of dick stuff.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's
I,
true.
I was
A
kind
lot
of
of
thinking
ball
halfway
banging.
through, you could totally have a pretty good. This movie is set up for drinking games, and
Oh man,
Dick Punches is absolutely one of
yeah.
the best ways
For
to
you
do this.
listeners at home, you should do this.
Yeah.
Also, Dick Punch is a drink that sometimes people make.
Yeah.
How do you make
What's in it?
How do you stir
Google
it.
Dick Punch.
Copperhead venom in there.
Oh, quick throwback to last week. Apparently, Tennessee Buck is an actual mixed drink.
Fuck that. I
Yeah.
ain't putting any of that near me.
This is like shame.
Yeah. What
What's
would
in it?
go in
It's just like a fancy whiskey ginger, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
whiskey ginger? I don't know if I've ever had that.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
I was at that cocktail bar, Jeremy, that you and I went to, and I saw it on the menu, and I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding!"
A
me."
Tennessee Buck.
Yeah.
Like, was it after we reviewed the movie?
Yes, this was just the other day.
God wanted Mike
Yeah.
to have this drink and to see this movie.
Yeah,
did
I was
you
there
get
for
one?
a happy hour the other day with some
That's
homies.
amazing.
Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck, you have to make me this." And it was a whiskey ginger, and it was fine. But yeah, Tennessee Buck's a drink.
Wow.
All right.
It's like a highball.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you never had a highball?
No,
It's like one of my favorite drinks. That's crazy.
I'm not a fucking heartbeat detective.
You will be.
Yeah.
You will be.
That's fucking wool.
Where are we? Kira's beating some ass.
Yeah, he's doing nut stuff with his nunchucks.
Yeah, now we're at a factory. He's beating ass at a factory.
After he killed all the people in his,
American
well, not
Furniture
all of
Warehouse?
them. One guy escapes in a red truck. That guy's
Yeah,
in the
Limehouse
house.
escapes the mansion
That's
in his
right.
truck, and what's his name rides on the bottom of it for like 7 hours.
Yeah, it's awesome. So basically, Limehouse gets it. So so Akira kills everyone.
He kills
Literally,
everyone. They're all dead.
Newman's-
What do you mean everyone?
Yeah,
He killed everyone.
Except for the one guy.
Yeah, Newman is dead,
Limehouse.
stabbed in the throat.
Oh, yeah.
All the bodyguards dead, everyone dead.
He
So
kills Newman with like a giant novelty
What
throwing
the
star.
fuck?
Limehouse drives off in this red truck and tries to plow through Akira. Akira jumps over the truck
Like twice.
and then eventually goes under the truck.
Like he's a fucking matador.
and the filming is this. It is daylight. Akira goes under the car. Quick cut to it is night outside and he's still under the car on like the highway.
It's like Limehouse drove the whole time.
He's
Just
saying-
like
he is-
listen to the radio, just like whatever.
yeah.
He's listening
You
to our
can tell
podcast.
he's tired,
Probably,
though. He's
like-
all right, dude, I gotta do something.
He listened to 3 episodes of our podcast in that amount of time.
Limehouse is like, Tennessee Buck does sound like an interesting film. Dark ending.
He
I don't know about
stops
this.
off, has a drink.
As he said that, there's a ninja that pops up at the driver's seat,
Right.
and starts attacking him. He's like, "Oh shit, I forgot about you."
Oh, you're still here. But then he falls off the fucking truck after he held on all this time. And he falls
Yeah, just ride it to the end, dude.
yeah,
after
like,
all
just
that.
wait until he stops wherever he's going.
They're going back to the docks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
really
they're-
far away.
Where the
apparently.
kids are, aren't they? They're down there.
Yeah, the
Or
kids.
are they not?
The kids are hiding at the docks now.
Yep.
And
How'd the kids get to the docks?
They were there
Well,
because
he
they're
was
at the
hiding
warehouse
out
still.
there.
He went to the warehouse.
oh yeah.
How far away
the
is this fucking
warehouse
place?
is
Oh, it's on
attached
the
to like a
docks.
naked
He
mannequin
drove
factory.
for hours.
He's driving in circles.
Went up on that kid's bike with the thing and
Got some drive-through.
okay.
When you're listening to the Rabbit Troop Sucks podcast, you want
Yeah.
to just drive around the block
Right.
a couple
No,
times
okay.
to get it all.
Yeah, they stopped at like fucking Whataburger or whatever they have in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
These aren't short episodes.
Yeah, before you
Mike.
start this
Yeah,
episode,
okay.
get a couple road sodies.
Right. Well, you can
Hamburger.
you can
Hit the
drink and
road,
drive in
guys.
Texas. It's fine.
Yeah, especially in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to get into the.
In the 80s,
I
it was a
actually have-
requirement, I think.
Oh yeah.
Well, these two now get into a scuffle that goes from like shipping container to shipping container.
Yeah, well, they start off in like a dock, and then they move to a mannequin warehouse.
Yeah, that's where it
into
really-
like a logging facility, which are all somehow in the same building.
Listen, the best logging facilities, Houston, Texas.
Houston,
baby.
yeah,
Yeah, the
above
ma-
the mannequin warehouse.
The mannequin warehouse freaks me out. There's all these weird
Haunted
mannequins.
mannequins.
It's
What,
kinda-
yeah, what was up? Like the kid with the black eyes. What was that mannequin? What were they selling?
Here's my one
Well,
question
there's
with
a
this
lot
film.
of mannequin needs, Mike.
Is that like
All right.
the
Yeah.
Hot Topic kids line? We
Yeah,
get to
Hot
have the kid
Topic,
with the
there you go.
eyeliner. Okay.
So yeah, we're about to get to now to this logging room, and then this is the final showdown between was it Greenhouse? Limehouse. Sorry, Limehouse and Akira. So with this, my real question, and I feel I love this movie. That's going to be kind of my rating of this. I don't like that Limehouse is any match to Akira.
No.
Like he's never really
Dude,
proved
This is
himself.
my complaint as
He's
well.
the fucking Grim Reaper. Paul.
Yeah. I
He's
mean,
never
got a
been.
side.
They've
He's-
never shown this in any capacity. Like Akira is
No, it's
just
ridiculous.
beating
he's a killing
ass.
machine.
Yeah,
He's killed 78
He's-
people.
yeah,
up
he's
killed the
until
main
then.
I
mob
know.
boss.
He spent
And he
all,
can't get this fucking Irish guy.
Right,
He's
this
like,
fat
"Hey,
old
baby."
man.
He just spent all day hanging off the bottom of a fucking truck. You don't
he's-
think he's gonna be a little
he's
fatigued?
tired.
That
Yeah.
and he killed 78 people beforehand.
Yeah.
That and he's
Talent is
tired.
very
He's
pathetic.
tired.
But I mean, like, he
Even
had
before.
to be. There had to be some kind of threat here, or else it would. If he had just like popped out and was like, "Hey, bitch," and killed him,
Yeah.
and the movie was over,
They gave Limehouse a little advantage by letting him
Yeah, but
stab
the-
him in the leg.
Yeah.
he let him. Do
Lamar,
that.
this fight scene is the last like 12 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And I
And
love
he's
it.
fighting a guy that knows no martial
Right.
arts. He has
Yeah.
like fucking steel fucking shit around him. He has chainmail on because
Yeah.
he's been shot several times.
Oh yeah,
And he can't beat this Irish guy with a fucking axe. Come on.
Limehouse isn't some schmuck though. He's the guy.
Give him
right.
some
And He
credit.
had been
Yeah.
shot in the leg.
Yeah.
That poor dude's leg. He got
He was
shot,
stabbed in the
and then he
leg.
was
Yeah,
stabbed
that
in it,
sucked.
and fucking Limehouse kept dicking with it.
Yeah.
I'd give
Yeah.
him a little credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
He's like, is
not
that
just
hurt,
some
little
schmuck.
man?
Yeah, but even with his dicky leg,
Come at me.
he still manages to like leap backwards up 3 stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's a
That's
Because
that's
he's a
ninja
fucking
magic.
ninja.
And Mike, he's
That's
hoping the
ninja
next.
magic. You buy that for fucking $49.99 in a fucking magazine back in '85, Mike. I guarantee you.
Mike,
it works.
He's hoping the next leap is the leap
Leap
home.
home. God damn it. That leap home was he's in 1963 and he's lying in a swamp puddle.
Well, hopefully his
What
wife's
the
not
hell's
dead when
going
he
on?
leaves back.
It would have been
Spoiler.
fantastic if he landed on the on like the third story, and then his hair is just like his father's. It's like all wiry. And
He becomes that wizard.
Levels up, yeah.
I am the
He's like,
wizard.
I found my inner peace.
Did his wife ever meet his father and was like, why the
hope
fuck
not.
does he look like this?
Mike,
That's how you keep the ninja
Like,
magic.
so, hey, are
I
you a
let him meet your
ninja?
father.
Your father looks like a wizard. So
yeah, I assume she met the father and shut up real quick. Like
She's
I
like,
am
okay, well, that's nice.
I'm never bringing this up. I'm never talking about this.
So she knew he was a ninja, but never talked
knew.
about it.
She knew.
Okay.
I mean, everyone in town knew.
Yeah.
I think she went to Houston. She's like, hey, why don't you use some of that fucking ninja shit and clean up this block, dude?
can we get away
Sucks.
from Did he go to the wedding dressed like that? Is
Yes.
that just what he looks like?
Yes.
Okay.
You wear the helmet to the wedding.
Yeah. Is your father a ninja? I don't know what you're talking
I turned around, your father had a sword, and then all of a sudden everyone had a slice of cake. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Well, yeah, big fight. Limehouse finally gets his ass kicked. Akira
Can we explain
stabs.
how he dies?
Well, he gets pinned to a log, and his hands are stabbed, each one in, and then Akira turns on a saw press
Yeah.
of some sort
Well,
for
he
logging.
was on the saw press earlier, but he turned it off with a ninja star.
That's right. Then he takes out the ninja
yeah,
star.
he's like, this is mine.
yeah.
I like this part because Limehouse goes from being a badass, excuse me, to just being
Praying
like,
for death.
yeah, like
He does pray for
he,
death.
He does pray for death. He's on the thing. He's like, hey, can you just fucking kill me? Like this is gonna suck so
Damn,
bad.
that just set on me right now.
Right?
My mind's
Okay.
blown.
Lamar Akira told him.
Oh,
He
yeah. He
promised him,
told him.
You
Holy
will pray
fuck.
for death.
Yeah, and he was like screaming. He's
Yeah,
like,
there's
just
a
fucking
reason
kill
this
me,
movie is
dude.
called that, Lamar.
Yeah,
Bro.
so we don't
Damn.
see it, but he gets sawed in half.
Yeah.
Head first, which is terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the way to go.
No,
though.
that's-
I'd
that's
rather
what
be
I-
saw now.
like,
first, man.
they always try to do James Bond like dick first on the whenever they're trying to cut him in half with
yeah,
something.
I do not want to go out that way.
No, not dick first. You head first.
Yeah, well, screams. Well, then everything's solved, and then we see the family, the two sons and Akira, are at the gravesite of the mom, and they're sad, but they're like, "We're gonna make it through together." And
Was
the
she buried next to the dad? Her dad?
I don't know.
I think so.
They didn't show it.
This I feel bad for her because like there was this ornate gravestone. I was like, oh, that's nice. They sprung that for her, and then they pan down to her, and it's like the sign that tells you what kind of plant it is with her name on it.
I was thinking it's like
Iris.
the ingredient list at a deli restaurant.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh fuck, okay. There's gluten in this shit.
Yeah, the police chief shows up. He's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry about all this," and they're like, "Yeah, cool." He's like, "One more thing, like all these people were murdered. And you don't think there's like ninjas that exist?" And Akira's like,
Ninjas? What the fuck's wrong
Even
with
his
you?
kid's like, what?
Yeah, you're watching too many ninja movies. And they're like, ha ha ha. And he's like, here's a shuriken that I found randomly. And we don't want to see any of these ninjas around town. They're like, thumbs up, and the movie ends.
Yeah.
Dude, if I was that cap, I'd be like, we need to see a lot more fucking ninjas in Houston.
Oh yeah, I don't know what this
These
guy's
streets
problem
are
is.
unsafe, dude.
Like
We
you've
gotta
solved
get
more
fucking shit
crime in the
cleaned up.
past 48 hours than we have ever.
Well, I mean, all jokes aside, that cop's whole motive was, I don't want to do any work or help anyone.
Yeah, there's like
So
a
then,
lot
yes.
of paperwork with this, and I don't.
He's like, the FBI's in this. He's like, listen, dude, I got a fucking pontoon boat.
Yeah.
Like, we're taking it out on fucking Lake, whatever.
Lake
And-
Pontus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it is 1985. We don't have computers, and there is not enough room in the little box for me to write out what happened. So
I've been stealing pencils from the bowling alley.
right.
Just found out I had corrupt cops in here. I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
I just need
crazy.
some more ninjas.
This sounds like
you
a
know.
pain in the ass.
Yeah,
All
some
right,
of my,
see ya.
Some of my cop friends are dead, so cool. They were crooked cops. Great. I'm a great police chief. Here's your shuriken.
Everything's good in Houston.
Here's your Shuriken.
Before we get to our final views on Pray for Death 1985, as always, feel free to reach out to us at rabbittroopsuckspodcast@gmail.com. If you have any inquiries about us, film, or anything along those lines, feel free to reach out to us. If you have requests or you think a movie's cool, just tell us, let us know. If you have any kind of insight, let us know. You could always go to our website, rabbittroopsucks.com. There's a link to send us messages that go right to our email. There are links to us, there are links to pictures, there's links to episodes. As always, and as noted, our episodes play anywhere podcasts play. So if you have that iTunes app like I do, or you have the Amazon app, or Spotify, or YouTube, or wherever it's playing there. In addition, we are also on social media, Facebook and Instagram. So let us know if you like any of our movies, if you're into our movies, or were you in those movies? Were you Shadowy Ninja in Pray for Death? Jeremy, what do you think? Pray for Death, 1985.
I like this movie. This movie's fucking dumb. It's ridiculous, but I like this movie. I like I was very young at this time when these things were like coming out on video, and my parents weren't much for I mean, they like monitored me and whatnot, but they also were like, listen, dude, this is the way things are. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Okay. But I do like this movie. I always get into choreographed fight scenes when I look at 80s like ninja and martial arts movies, and my disappointment in their choreographed fight scenes compared to like actual film that's made in like Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Their choreography of fight scenes is so much better than America was, and I wish that we could have fucking made that transition earlier. Who knows what we could have now? And I mean, our fight scenes in American movies are getting very, very good now. But that's like I said, I still like this. It's hilarious. I had a good time talking about this movie with you guys, even though I haven't seen it since there were video stores and grocery stores, which is a long time. But I had a good time with it. So, yeah.
Colin, what are you thinking?
You had mentioned before we got started that the IMDb listed this as a dark comedy. And
I was apprehensive of that.
I kind of wonder if it was one of those things where it clearly like wasn't meant to be that, but then they watched it and were like, we have to relabel this thing because it's just so unbelievably ridiculous that the only way it can kind of make sense is that if it was kind of intentional to be funny. And that's basically it. It's unbelievably ridiculous. But it is a lot of fun, and definitely like drink something with this.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you thinking, Lamar?
Thinking I like this movie. I think I like it a lot. Jeremy, just like you said, I wish that we had it as good as Hong Kong movies in the 70s had it, as like we had it in the 80s with just these movies. The choreography doesn't really meet up with that style, but we're this movie just kind of shows that we were getting there. But it also shows
the
that
best fight scene, Lamar, in this movie was with the guy and the old man.
It's the only it's the only fight scene if you think about it, because everything else is just one ninja just
and I feel
dominating.
Like those two knew what they were doing. Like they choreographed the fight scene themselves, and then like somebody else came in and did all the rest of the shit.
Absolutely. So, listener, if you're going into this movie thinking you're going to get that old time Hong Kong or whatever, like martial art fight scenes, this is just a straight up 80s ninja movie where ninjas go in, slice and dice and call it a day. So there's no real fight scenes. It's more ninja assassin scenes, and those are great. I love this movie for that because it takes a while for it to get going, but it gets going. And I want to say like the last 20 minutes of the movie, the first hour of the movie is all set up, and the setup's not bad. It's just long, and you got to sit through it. And I kind of like it all together. It all comes together. I wish there were more fight scenes. It's smarter than the average 80s martial art movies. That's all I have to really say about it. It's not spectacular. It's not unremarkable. It's just your, I don't want to say average, but it's better than your average 80s ninja movie. That is what I will say about it. Yeah, pray for death. Mike, are you praying for death?
Praying for that D.
Or are you praying?
God damn.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
I like this movie a lot. I'd never seen it before. I thought it was super fun. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of campy in that 80s way. It's so fucking bananas. Yeah, I had a great time watching it. Agree with everything everyone said. Jeremy, to your point, yeah, that first fight scene between like him and his phantom dream brother in the temple with his weird dad. this was really the only fight scene like where everyone involved was a martial artist, and it was
Yeah.
it was pretty awesome. I like what they did with the fight scenes later on because like what's his name, Sato. No,
Akira.
Akira, Jesus, Akira, like the cartoon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Okay.
like that.
I don't know how I missed that.
He's
Like
got a dope bike, dude.
he did have a dope bike. He was doing a lot of cool like trampoline jumps and like everything that he was doing was dope. But you guys are right. He was just murdering American simpleton thugs. So it's not
Yeah,
really a
like-
martial arts movie in the way that you would, there's not like martial arts battles because he is the only martial artist in this movie. It's just him massacring people, which is also fine. But that first battle was pretty fun. But yeah, the plot is dumb. Every decision is silly. I don't think it was meant to be self-aware, but yeah, watch it with someone, watch it with you by yourself, have some drinks. This is 2 thumbs up for me. I liked it.
I also love this movie. I randomly picked this movie just because we were going through 1985 movies. I had not seen this. This movie is actually a big surprise for me. I mean, I love the idea of like ninja movies and stuff. This movie is a balance of like insanity and revenge, and I love all of it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a bummer that the wife is killed. I just love this guy to be just like, screw it, I'm full ninja now. You're all gonna die.
Full-blown ninja.
And that's great. Like, so there's a lot of weird things that lead up to this. There's a lot of weird 1985 sensibilities of the filming and how these fights are done, as Jeremy noted. Those things could have been definitely improved. But for like a zany movie of just like, holy shit, like this crazy. And this guy's just like mowing down people as a ninja. I mean, this guy's, again, like, as Colin noted, like, daylight on the front lawn. Like, this guy is just killing. So it is totally worth it. Watch this movie alone. I think it would definitely be enhanced as a group, but I think you'd totally watch this
Yeah.
movie alone.
fun.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I definitely recommend this. Pray for Death 1985. Total fun.
Are you telling people to watch it alone so they can ninja out and get up in their gear? And,
Yeah, dude.
So
It doesn't take a lot to make a pair of nunchucks.
Watch it while you're forging
do
your
it.
sword.
Yeah, so
whatever.
basically
Hell
it's the
yeah.
montage of Perfect Weapon. You're just like doing things, listening to
Da-da-da-da.
music.
Yeah.
Nice. Coming up next week, we've got 1992 Cuffs. And I don't know if any of you have seen this outside of Jeremy maybe saying it. Christian Slater.
I've
Mila
not.
Jovovich.
Wow.
I've seen
Wow.
this movie.
You have not?
I have.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I have not.
All right, Cuffs.
Christian Slater. I used to get into all sorts of actors and just like blow through their movies, all of them.
And Christian Slater was one of them.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
blowing Christian Slater
I
everywhere.
actually have a kind of a hilarious story about Christian Slater.
Christian, yeah.
What-
It's a different
He's
guy.
We'll get listening.
to.
Where's Hazel?
I'll
He's
share it
listening.
with you guys when we actually do Cuffs.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, that's something to look forward to, you
There
guys.
you go.
yeah.
I never met Christian Slater, so don't
Okay.
get me like that. But whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Maybe when he hears this, you will. He'll reach out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope he does, man.
He'll reach out and
That'd be
choke
nice.
you.
I like Christian Slater. I think he's a fine guy.
Okay.
Okay.
I like the way you said that.
Yeah,
It
well-
makes the story seem ominous.
I'm not ready for this chapter of Jeremy's life right now.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
But we'll find out next week.
Pray for Death 1985.
No.
The brother that died was a lead dancer for Gawked.
For what?
Was a what?
Gawked, the Japanese songwriter.
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was very popular in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Gawked?
Oh, wow.
Gawked, like Gackt.
Like docking?
They yeah, they docked.
Don't Google any of this.
I'm looking for more Sho Kosugi movies.
Hell yeah.
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 Enter the Ninja. We should totally do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're good. They're all, you should if you guys like this movie, all his movies are like this. They're
Okay.
crazy.
Oh, awesome.
I love it.
Then,
All
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
sign me up.
Yeah, there's a trilogy we can blow through.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, then, as always, Rabbit Troop sucks.
I don't have anything for this.
Rabbit Troop docs.
Yeah, Gawked.
Got
Oh,
docs.
that's dirty.
Oh, damn. We didn't even talk about the song.
We're never going to talk about this.
The first note I wrote, it was called going back to the shadows.
Back to the shadows.
Yeah, if
Back
you
to
guys
the shadows.
suck on those shadows.
Back to the shadows.